Yo, what is up, my Knights of the Round Table? And we got a little bit of a old school Saturday here with this. It's almost Sunday, so count that as you will. I've yet to react to any creepy stories in a good while on this channel. I used to do quite a few of them. Then I kind of stopped after some copyright issues, and I just kind of quit doing them altogether. So I'm gonna try to do them again. I'm just gonna use like different stories from different channels. Sorry, I had dust on my keyboard. And I'm gonna try it that way, and whatever gets taken down gets taken down. But I figured I'd bring this series back, and let's just get into it. Like, this should be interesting. I ain't done this in a while. This is Christmas themed since Christmas is upon us. It is, 37 minutes until December 1st. So, 25 days till Christmas. 25 days and 37 minutes. Let's get it.
Fantastic day.
This is by
After all that food, though, why not sit by the fire
Mortis
and get
Media. So
comfortable
shout out
with
to
me
Mortis Media.
and two
I
of
hope you
my
don't mind me
very
doing
good
this.
friends as we let the darkness take control. 2 years ago, my family had our first family Christmas at my grandmother's house, since my great-grandfather had passed away. There was definitely a somber tone to the otherwise festive gathering, as he was a big part of our family get-togethers. Fast forward a couple of hours into the night. My uncle, who is a bit of a shit-stirrer with a twisted sense of humor, starts poking fun at silly little things my great-grandfather used to do.
Like what? Sorry,
It
I
began
had a
harmless.
text.
But of course, he took it too far and started
I got my
making
Santa hat
fun
behind
of
me.
pretty rude
Star Wars
things
with Yoda and Walkers
Like
on
the
there. I can't
fact
remember their names.
that he
The
had a
AT
hard
something.
time chewing his food near the end of his life. Pretty horrible, I know. But, like I said, he was a family shit-stirrer. As soon as that statement left his mouth, the craziest thing I have ever experienced happened. My grandmother has a bookshelf in the living room,
It fell over
in the
on him.
very same room that we were all situated.
You're talking about me you talking
One
about
of the
me on
shelves,
Thanksgiving,
the
you
second
whippersnapper.
shelf from the top, was almost a mini shrine to my great-grandfather, with
Damn,
pictures
great.
of him and his tobacco pipe, etc. Well, everything on the shelf went flying off. Literally, they shot across the room and fell to the floor as if someone threw them.
It's a demon!
The weirdest part was nothing on any of the other shelves was touched. Just the stuff on the shelf dedicated to my great-grandpa. No
Well,
one
at
was
that moment, I'd
besides
leave
the
the
shelf.
table, leave that house, and never
And there
spend
were no
Christmas there.
windows open.
Or another night there.
Needless to say, my uncle was scared shitless and bolted out the room
Hell yeah!
as we sat there stunned.
Sat there? What the
I
idiot?
have no logical explanation.
Do what the
for
uncle did. The uncle was the
happened
smartest one of you. You were talking shit
that
about
night. But
him
we
being
do
a
like to
shit
say
stirrer, but he was
it
the
our
smartest one of you.
grandfather, telling my uncle to smarten up one last time.
Every year around the holidays, there is a Christmas tree raffle in my hometown. Every year, my mother enters the raffle and does not win a tree. Even though she never wins, she still plays. The money goes to some good cause or another. This year was like any other. She takes my sister and my niece down to the raffle. They see a few trees worth winning. The Patriots tree, the tiny Charlie Brown tree,
The
and
Charlie
the
Brown
tree that she
tree.
thinks
Hell
her
yeah.
granddaughters might like to see in her home. That night, my mom dreamt she got a phone call from her father. Now, in real life, my grandfather has been dead for 7 years. He says to her, "Your mother won a tree," talking about my grandmother, who is still alive. She replies, "But Dad, Mom didn't buy any raffle tickets." "Fine," he responds, a little irritated. "You won a tree." The next day, my mom is
Hey,
all
Grandpa,
excited.
what
She tells my
what's
sister
them
that
lottery
Grandpa
numbers?
told her in a dream
With them
that she
lotto
would win
numbers.
a tree this year. She picks up my sister and my niece and they drive back to the raffle to load raffle tickets under the one tree that they really want to win. The New England Patriots tree.
Oh,
The next day, she gets a call from the raffle people.
boo!
She won a tree,
Boo!
but they say that she has to come get it right now. Excitedly, she races down to the raffle to claim her prize.
Oh, she did win a
She
tree.
looks around the lot. No Patriots tree. After some frustrated searching, she figures out that she won the tiny Charlie Brown Christmas tree that she only dropped one raffle ticket under during the first visit. On her way out to the car, she admires the tree. She thinks to herself that the little tree will look perfect in the little bay window by the kitchen. Then, the thought pops into her head. Her father's call from the night before. "Your mother won a tree." She realizes at that moment that she is holding a Christmas gift from a husband to his widowed wife.
This happened to my family when I was around 12. We live in a small, close-knit southwestern town. My house is a pretty small one-story and about 100 years old.
Did you give the
It's
tree
the
to her
usual
grandmother or
family
her
of
mother
four.
then? Very
My
confused where that
parents,
story went.
me, and my younger brother, by about 5 years. We used to leave our front door unlocked, mostly because we didn't think anything could ever happen in our town.
Yeah.
It's Christmas night, so we all went to bed early since we're more of a Christmas Eve type of family. Me and my younger brother had each gotten $200
Never
in
leave
cash
your
from
front
my
door
grandpa
unlocked on
to help pay
Christmas.
for summer
They will
camp
rob your ass.
as a Christmas
That
gift.
is 101.
And it was sitting in my mum's desk drawer inside her very tiny office. At some point during the night, that money was stolen, along with my mother's car, which was promptly crashed down the street. I was asleep in the living room couch,
So they didn't.
which is right next to our front door. It's also important to note that our front door is loud. It's made of this really old wood and is extremely heavy, and so it creaks almost every time you open it. Our two back doors were locked, so they must have come through the front. So basically, whoever it was must have walked in barefoot to get into the house. That's kind of creepy and off-putting. But what really gets to me is my mum's car. My mum keeps her keys in her jacket pocket, which hangs inside my parents' bedroom, on the wall across from their door. Again, you have to walk within a foot of my parents' bed to even get there. But even if my parents had slept through a nearby intruder, how did they know where my mother kept her keys? Or where she hung her jacket every night? It's not an obvious spot to put your keys, and they apparently knew exactly where to go. Even grabbing the cash from the desk drawer makes noise. A lot of people keep important things in there. The car thing, though, just doesn't add up. They crashed it right down the street, literally into the telephone pole at the end of our street. So we figure that they were probably drunk, which raises even more questions. How were they able to open our super loud door and walk right past me without me even noticing?
I think Santa hit too much of
How
that
were they able
eggnog.
to steal cash?
And he's like, ah, this
and
ain't my
mum's
slave.
keys right under
Right
our
now.
noses.
It was. Holy shit.
Like my mother and
This
I
was
assume
not
it's
my
probably
slave.
someone that we knew, but we have no idea who.
Yeah,
Well, we
it's more than
probably
likely
never
somebody
will.
you knew because they're not guessing
Regardless,
the code in a
Creepy
million
Christmas
years.
robber? let's never meet again.
My grandfather suffered from Alzheimer's disease
Something
and
random
passed
voices
away
man.
2 days before Thanksgiving. My grandmother is now living alone, so my mom has spent a lot of time over there, keeping her company and helping her out around the house. As she usually does, she went to her house on Christmas Day to go with my grandmother to church before the rest of the family got there. And while my grandmother was getting ready, my mom was in the kitchen on her phone checking Facebook. Suddenly, out of nowhere, this old Christmas music box in one of the bedrooms started playing by itself.
What's it playing?
It was the very last part of the melody to Silent Night. Sleep in
I don't remember
heavenly
the part. I don't
peace.
remember the last part.
It played that one line at normal speed and just stopped before it could loop. I'm a skeptic, and no music boxes can do this for various reasons, but hearing that it only played that one line makes me want to believe that it was my grandfather, letting his family know that he was at peace and no longer suffering. I just wanted to share that story because even if it was just the mechanism becoming unjammed, it gave my mom a feeling of peace and relief when it happened. Either way, the story both touched and freaked me out at the same time. Hearing that would have given me goosebumps.
Wasn't so bad.
My fiance and I were enjoying a nice relaxing evening at home on Christmas Eve. The cable had randomly gone out, so it was quiet whilst we tried to fix it. Our living room has 2 large windows looking out at the streets and driveway, and our door also has a large oval window in it. We live on a dead-end street with a few neighbours. While fixing the cable, a truck screeches into our driveway, and 2 men immediately get out screaming, "Hey, it's us!" I initially groaned, thinking it was my fiance's annoying cousin and friends randomly showing up. That's until my fiance bolts into the back room. The men have then gotten onto the porch, and one of them is staring at me from the large window and banging on it, and the other is pulling at the door and looking in. They're screaming at us to let them in, and it's not friendly. I'm sure they didn't know us. Our house couldn't be confused for any other on the road either. My fiance is back near the door, and he tells them to leave. I see he went to retrieve his pistol,
That's right, you
and
get
I try
strapped.
and inch off the couch and go around behind to find somewhere to hide. I yell that I'm calling the cops, and they back off a little towards the driveway. But as soon as I move in front of the door, they're calling back, screaming to be let in, trying for the door and window. They keep shouting their names for some odd reason, but we didn't know them and had never seen them before. I call 911 and keep an eye out on the other window.
Dude, I don't fucking know you.
They're backing off again, but not before telling us in a very creepy and threatening voice to have a Merry Christmas. They pull up very fast out of our driveway and book it down the road. Thankfully, we never saw them again, and hopefully, we never will. Hey guys, it's
That was
Mort
good.
here, and thank you
Some of those were creepy, some of those were just okay. That last one was weird. I'm trying to think. So, the weirdest one for me was the keys. Because I'm with that dude. Like, how in the hell did you know? Yeah, it had to be somebody that knew him. But it's still weird. Guys, are you glad to see this return? Like, or do you guys want to see more of these scary stories? I'm going to be making one more of these real quick. And you can watch the next one after you watch this video. Because I'm going to upload them back to back. So you let me know in either one of those videos. Are you glad to see this series return? And if so, what would you like? What scary stories would you like to see me react to, or scary videos would you like to see me react to? You know, I'm open to suggestions, everybody. I'm open to suggestions. I'm happy to take your suggestions, and I'm happy to do them. Like, you just let me know what you want to see me react to, and I'll try to make it happen. I have no problem taking requests. So let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please be sure you like it and turn on notifications. And if you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And as always, I will see you in the next video.